Hey y'all, so I wanted to do a little chit chat get ready with me to update y'all on the new happenings in my life and what's to come. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I already did like my eyebrows and my foundation off camera. Ooh, snap. In case y'all didn't know, that's what this video is going to be about, or that's what I'm mainly going to be talking about while I chit chat, while I get ready, is that David and I got engaged over December. If you don't know who David is, he is formerly my boyfriend and is now my fiance. And I have a couple of videos with him. I'll put some links below and all that if you're interested in watching. He is my baby's father. We've been together for quite some time. All that good stuff. So, y'all, funny story, like how this actually happened. So, David is like terrible, and I mean absolutely terrible at keeping secrets. So I knew it was coming, and I knew it was coming before then because we'd gone and went ring shopping, and I was picking out my favorite rings so he can have an idea of what type of rings I like, all that good stuff. But that was like 3 or 4 months before he actually proposed. So when it was getting close to like Christmas time, and he was just acting weird. He was acting so weird, and I knew that something was up. And he had said a couple of things. Like, we'd got to talking about women getting proposed to on holidays. And I was like, I just don't think that, I just wouldn't want to get proposed to on a holiday, because I feel like each holiday should have its own special, moment. And he was like, why? Basically saying that, that wouldn't be the anniversary, that would just be the day that you got engaged. And I was like, why would he say that? And so then he was acting weird. He was like, we should record Brayden opening his gifts and like trying to have a camera present somehow when we were going to do Christmas. And I was like, that's strange. Like, he would never initiate to be recording anything. Like, if y'all have seen David on camera, you know that man is so camera shy. So for him to want to record Christmas, I was like, Needless to say, I knew he was up to something. So I ended up telling my sister, like, this was like 3 days before Christmas. And I was like, I think David's going to propose on Christmas. He's been acting really weird, and he's just dropping all the signs that, like, that's when it's going to happen. And so my sister was like, oh, like, what makes you think that? And so I was telling her, everything that been going on, all the signs that he'd been dropping, everything that he'd been saying. And she, was asking me, oh, did you really want to be surprised and all of that? And I was like, yeah, I kind of really wanted to be surprised, but, I'll be happy regardless, because I know he's put a lot of thought into it, all this stuff. Y'all, meanwhile, this heifer has already been in contact with David. So she runs and tells him, like, Ambre is on to you. She knows you're going to propose. Like, you need to abort the mission. You need to propose, like, later. And basically David was like, no, hell no, because he was like, if she's already thinking that I'm going to propose to her, she's going to be super bummed, if it doesn't happen. He was like, F it, we just need to do it today. And so my sister was like, oh, hell no, like, that's a terrible idea. Like, there's no way we can get this done and orchestrated today. And y'all, I don't know how they pulled it off. I truly don't know how they pulled it off. But some way, somehow, on the 22nd of December, with like 2 hours to spare, my sister and my fiance got all of our friends and family together and David proposed to me in front of all of our family and friends. And so the way it happened was David was supposed to work that night, and they ended up asking him could he come into work the next day instead. And he ended up saying yes. And he was like, so do you want to go out to eat tonight since I don't go to work? And I was like, oh yeah, but you know, since you were going to be at work, I asked Asia, which is Asia's my sister. I was like, I asked Asia if she wanted to come over and watch Christmas movies with me, because that's our thing. We always watch Christmas movies, like The Grinch, That's My Ish, like all that stuff. And he was like, that's okay, like she can come with us, she can come out to eat with us, and then we can come back to the house after that. And I was like, okay, like, you know, if you say so, you know, that's cool with me. If it's cool with you, it's cool with me. So all three of us ended up going out to eat. Well, four of us plus Braden, my son. We all ended up going out to eat, like right around the corner from where we were living at the time. And we're all just chatting and talking, and now that I look back, like I can see the signs that something was going on. But right when our food came out, my sister like got teary-eyed, and she was like, I just really need to go meet my husband and talk to him, blase blase. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like go, you know, meet back up with me later, you know, it's not a big deal, just call me, let me know things are good. So she leaves. David and I stay, we eat our food, and we get ready to go. So we get up to the apartment, and I open the door. David's behind me holding the baby. I unlock the door, y'all. All of our friends and family were in our apartment, phones out, cameras ready, like ready to surprise me. And of course, then at that moment, like I knew what was going on. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what are all of y'all doing here? And my sister like came up to me, that little heifer, that slick little heifer, came up to me, grabbed the diaper bag out of my hand. And my mom came and she grabbed the baby from David. And David grabbed my hand and he walked me over into front of the Christmas tree. And he was just basically telling me how much he loved me, how much he wanted to spend the rest of his life with me. And he got down on one knee and he proposed. And y'all, I like, all my life, I thought that I would cry like when that moment like finally happened. But David was so nervous. I was really focused on not laughing because I really wanted to fry his ass. Like, if y'all know me and David's relationship, we have a roast session. We have like 5 or 4 roast sessions like every day. Like, that's our thing. And we be on the floor like laughing at each other every day. And I wanted to laugh at him so bad because he was nervous. He was stuttering. His voice was shaking. I'm thinking, boy, like, what the hell do you have to be nervous about? Like, you know I'm going to say yes. Like, he knows how much I love and care about him. So, but anyway, I was really focused on not laughing. All my life, I thought that I would cry when I get proposed to. And who would have thought that wasn't no crying going to be going on? But anyway, so of course I say yes. All of our friends and family were there. Everybody was taking pictures, and we had wine and a toast and all of that beautiful stuff. And I could not be more happy. David is everything and more that I've ever dreamed or hoped for in a man and in a father. And although we may have done things out of order because some people got their panties up in a fucking bunch because I had my baby out of wedlock. Yes, I had my baby out of wedlock, but he was born into a family, to a mother and father who were both present during his entire formation of life, during the entire pregnancy, and have been present ever since then. And he was brought into this world with love. And so y'all be focused on the wrong things, like mind your business, drink your water, go work out, get some business about yourself. Because if you were busy, you wouldn't be worried about why somebody else done had their child before they got married. Seriously, people, get a life. Like, get a life. Anyway, like I was saying, we may not have been married when Brayden was conceived, but we're getting married now, bitches. What's up? What's up? But yeah, it just kills me. Like, it just kills me. Like, people be so miserable, like, on the internet, and they want you to be miserable. Like, people really wanted me to feel miserable about the fact that me and David, like, weren't married. Like, why? Why do you want me to feel miserable? Like, you must be miserable in your own situation if you focused on me and mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, must be. There's no other explanation. Anyway, I've been doing, like, so much wedding planning, like, since then. And y'all, like, I realized that I'm poor. Like, I'm poor. I can't afford to have a wedding. Like, that's all I keep saying to myself, like, every time I'm looking at the prices of venues and what it's gonna cost to feed all of our guests, like, all this stuff. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so poor. Like, why can't I be rich? You know, all of that regular stuff. I feel like I walked into this, like, completely blind, did not know how much weddings cost, like, no idea whatsoever. And now I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm never gonna have a wedding. Like, I'm too poor. Those are my exact thoughts. No, but for real, like, weddings are really expensive. David and I definitely want to have the wedding we want. So we're planning on just having our wedding in 2018, just saving up so we can have the wedding we've dreamed of. Because, like, trust me, when you have found the love of your life and when you're certain that this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, like, you will want, well, everybody's different, but for me, I want to have a grand celebration, because I feel like with some of my relationships, I've been drug through the mud. Like, I feel like it's been rough. So I'm excited. And when you feel in your heart that this is gonna be the only time that I get married, you will want to do it right. Like, I don't want to go back and regret. So anyway, like I said, we just want to save money, and we don't want to be stressed about it. We want to take our time and plan. And so we are going to get married in 2018. We don't have an exact date yet. We're looking at, like, probably somewhere in the fall. I wish I could invite you all, but like I said, I'm poor and I can't afford it. Otherwise, it'd be like open invitation, you know what I'm saying? And anybody could come, because we gonna be turned up. Like, we gonna turn up at my wedding. Like, it's not even up for discussion. Let me tell you. When I become Mrs. Delator, oh, you're not gonna be able to tell me nothing. Shit, you already can't tell me nothing now, really, if we're really being honest. So, but anyway, y'all, like, when I'm thinking about, like, dress, and I'm thinking about flowers and all of this stuff, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, how? How am I going to do this? Like, but I know me and David, we will find a way to get it done if we want it done. And that's just that. So, I guess I could tell y'all like a little background about me and David, because I feel like y'all don't really know our story. And I mean, it's not anything spectacular. Well, it's spectacular to me, but probably not to anybody else. So David and I have known each other quite some time, and that's because my sister's husband is best friends with David. And so we've been around each other quite some time, but he's always had a girlfriend or been involved, or I've either always had a boyfriend or been involved, so we never really paid like any attention to each other at all, because, you know, we weren't going to entertain each other when we were involved. We had, you know, our mind focused on who we were with at the time. And then it just so happened, like randomly a few years back, we both ended up being single, and kind of just ready to explore something new. So my brother-in-law and my sister like ended up like getting us acquainted with each other, and the sparks didn't actually fly like initially. Like in the beginning I was like, I don't know about him and all this stuff, but I mean, after just spending like a couple of weeks with him, I was like, okay, this is somebody that I think I for real like want to take seriously. I want to date. Then we started dating each other, and I mean, a couple of months in, like, I knew, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I think this is somebody I want to be with forever. And then I got pregnant, and our bond just grew stronger and stronger and stronger. And I mean, we are inseparable. Like, he is the love of my life. He is the best thing besides my son that has ever happened to me. I mean, truly. I'm super excited. Like, I can't put into words, y'all, like how I really feel. Like, it's just easy. Like, I never knew love could be so easy. Like, I really did not know. I feel like all the relationships before David, like, there was always some sort of stress involved. And I mean, David and I, we have our moments. And of course, you know, our relationship is not perfect, but it's the way that we work through our stress and the way that we work through our problems that kind of lets me know that, like, this is a forever thing. So anyway, I do my eyeliner, and I gotta do that off camera. Well, I gotta do it off camera, but I can't talk like while I do it because I gotta focus. So and I also want to let y'all know that, like, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for 2017. And so me, Braden, and David, well, I don't know about David, but Braden wasn't ready either. Me, Braden, and David decided that we gonna officially start our 2017 today. And today is, I think, what, the 5th of March? So mine is officially starting today. In 2017, from this point on, is gonna be lit. Oh, I think I'm mainly done with the face. Just something simple, like a little everyday thing. Now I'm gonna get this hair together real quick. And of course, it never fails that because I was talking and I was into what I was saying, I forgot to do essential things to my face, like contour my nose and contour my jawline. So I added a little, things to my face to make it complete. But just very simple look. I'm not going anywhere fancy, just kind of like an everyday makeup kind of thing when I do wear makeup. And of course, I just wanted to talk to you all about me getting engaged. So hopefully I can get David to join me more on camera. Like, I think if I can get him to relax, like, y'all would find him hilarious. Like, he is a fool. But anyway, let me know if I am able to get him on camera, like what y'all would want to see. I know everybody's doing like the voiceover things and all of that good stuff, so let me know. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and until next time.